One of the longest preliminary inquiries in the province's court system is coming to an end. Today, the last of the evidence in the double murder case involving Joseph Oliver was presented to a provincial court judge. NTV's Darren Bent tonight with what happens next.
This morning, Joseph Oliver was brought into a court where he sat most of the past year, hearing evidence that the prosecution expects will prove he committed 2 acts of second-degree murder 15 years ago. Today, the judge hearing the preliminary inquiry was told the prosecution had entered all of its evidence and that the defense would not be calling any. This hearing will determine what charges, if any, Joseph Oliver will face if he's sent to trial. In January of last year, Mr. Oliver was officially charged with the murders of Dale Worthman and Kimberley Lockyer. Mr. Worthman's mother has sat through most of the proceedings. Mr. Worthman and Ms. Lockyer have been the subject of an unusual missing persons case for 13 years, when their bodies were discovered in a wooded area on the outskirts of St. John's. They had been shot to death. Their home looked undisturbed, as if someone had left in a hurry. In the months after the discovery, police laid the charges of second-degree murder against Mr. Oliver. He was released from prison, but the prosecution appealed that ruling, and in May of this year, Mr. Oliver was once again behind bars. On December 2nd, the lawyers in the case will give their final arguments to the judge, and then Mr. Oliver's fate will be in the hands of that judge. The preliminary inquiry has sat for nearly 50 days. Darren Bent, NTV News.